Alright guys, welcome back to another episode here on the modded Minecraft server. I think I say it differently every time or different every time. So, I'm back at the computer games where I enjoyed some real life over the past few days. There was a nice cool music festival in my hometown and I went there, had some fun, really enjoyable. Yeah, sometimes you gotta take a break off the internets too and just be real. Not that the internet is not real, but you know what I mean. So I've been doing some stuff here. From last episode I installed all the chambers we needed and I was just laying out some connecting wires of the ME system. Now we can get out of that hole. Fell for that trap twice already. Let's break that. Okay, let's fix the wall here. Bling bling. Wall is fixed. Alright, did some other stuff too. For example here, for a test, I installed a terminal which gives me an overview of all the ME storage cells I have. It's wired up correctly and it works. It pretty much just shows the contents of my drives. I made 4 more 64K ME storage cells which I hooked up, and I also, thanks to a tip of you guys, flipped those things around so they point upwards here, the drives, and I think it looks really cool. We have this block here of awesomeness, which is our main CPU. Loving it. Here I have a little display installed that always tells me the number of coal we got in the system, and I'm pretty content with that now. The wiring down here, yeah, is pretty intense, and yeah, I use these wall anchors or cable anchors, whatever they're called, to disable connections between certain sub networks. And now we have pretty much this regular network here for display purposes. At the moment we have the orange one, which indicates the storage capacity of the drives, and then we have the red network, which is back there, and it going down to the power production, which is power related. And last but not least, we have a green line coming up now with 32 channels leading up, which will be used to hook up machines, and we still have way more spots to go up and out, to hook up more machines and have more channels later. So we should have no issue with that. Let's get up here. And here you can see the green cable coming up. I plan to have them coming up here centralized around this area here, and if we are in this place with this elevator thing, we can also do maintenance if needed. So what I installed now pretty much here at the entrance is my good old draconic chest, and it's sitting there. I transferred all the items and contents we had in it over now, and yeah, I think it's just a neat way to work with your ores. It doubles them. It's not like super sophisticated like any mechanism setup or whatever, but it does the trick. And yeah, here is the cable coming up, and I have a normal glass cable going into it, and therefore it's hooked up to our system as an import bus again, which has all the ores set as a filter in there, and it will send all the stuff in here again for now for us to work with. So that works perfect. And here is a tesseract behind, and yeah, this guy is set on 87, which I will use to receive energy, I think. I could also just got another frequency here for us. Oh, no, stay on 87. Just stole Pommes' network. And yeah, that pumps energy into this thing, so it's hooked up. We can also have some more machines here in the lobby, the machines we quickly want to access. And that's pretty much it. It took a while to transfer all the items, but we're done with it now. And then I went ahead and flew over to Badge, because he has a coke oven, and I got some creosote oil, because today I want to try out something, a little bit of a decorative but also useful things, and that is that thing. I think it would look cool around our treehouse. I want to make these water wheels, and to make those you need to make these parts, and it needs treated wood, which you can get from the creosote oil. And I'm gonna grab 2 buckets out of that tank I have sitting here. that is a basic fluid tank of Mechanism. They're pretty good. They store a little bit more than the other basic tanks I've been using before. So it should be rather simple to make this treated wood. You just take this creosote oil stuff and do this, and then you get it. Alright. Okay, man, that needs a lot of creosote oil. Hopefully we have enough. I should also bring the tank down real quick. I just stored it up here for no particular reason. Let's get that bad boy down here and place him in the corner. Here we go. And then we can make a bunch of that treated stuff. Bucket in there. More. 2 more buckets. I'm not quite sure how much I need in total. I didn't really count. But yeah, we should get quite some stuff out of it. So, and then we need to make these elements, which are made from a treated stick. And we want to make a super wheel, 3 wheels on top of each other, and crank out max efficiency out of that thing. So in total we need 12 of these water segment elements. That means, yeah, let's do that. Let's make some of these treated sticks too. Let's make, let's say, so we have 24 left here. Okay, some treated sticks. So now let's make those guys. We have 8. Okay, we need a little bit more. Alright, let's get going with that. And then we can go on with our water wheel project. I have an idea for it. I thought about it a little bit, and I'm thinking the maximum, you know, it's not like a super efficient energy production or so, but the maximum you could crank out is 88 RF per tick, as far as I can tell. And there should be some ways to really pull the max out of that thing. Okay, here we go. Made a bit more. Now we need some more sticks again. Burp, burp, burp. Say we make those, and then here, bang, yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's 12 right there. Sweet. Let's get that stuff back, and the water wheel is that. And we got 3 water wheels. Awesome. So to run this thing, we also need to make one of these dynamos. Dynamo, it is this thing here, and it's pretty simple to make. We need to make copper and stick and whatnot. We should have all of that here. Let's get some copper, make a bunch of these rolls. I think, wait, yeah, we only need that much. Okay, put the copper back in. And let's quickly get some more sticks going. There we go. That should give us these copper rolls. Let's see. Yeah, that's that. And then the dynamo was just this thing, which is the copper rolls around it, and a bit of iron in the middle. That's a core, dynamo core, pretty much. And then we can make the whole dynamo, which is just a bit of redstone. Oh yeah, I need to install a terminal up here, so we can access our complete ME system. I wanted to have the terminal maybe here for now, so I should probably take care of that too. How? Yeah, we can use panels to cover it. Here we should have somewhere here. Yep, there it is. We have the cable, and I should have a terminal still. ME terminal. It's not a crafting terminal though. Let's quickly look into that. Crafting terminal. Is it one word? How is this thing called? ME. You can also search like this. Applied energy sticks. Okay. Where is the terminals? Here. ME crafting terminal. Alright, I need to quickly make that, and I'll make the missing parts. You get the drift, you know what we have to do, and I'll be back then. Alright guys, so I think I figured something out to pull maximum energy out of that thing. So that is the casing we need for the wheel. I made it out of glass for now. We will use some other blocks and make it look cool. But I think this way you can see it really nicely. So we know, let me get some water here. And I hope you can directly draw with a capacitor bank here. If you shift right click on that thing, you should be able to see, yeah, output. Right now, 0. So let's see. The wheel will spin this way. So if we put some water in here and there, that is the first stage, which should give a little bit of spin. Let's see. Okay, is the wheel starting to spin? Yep, here it goes. So we know for a fact that this is doing something. Why is that up here? It should be there. Okay, 5. Now we add more. We add it down here. Let it flow in there. Oh, disappeared. There we go. Because you know we're always flowing in the direction where the wheel is spinning. We cranked it up to 9, and now we need our main water flow. Let's see how much we can get out of that thing. So we should have water here, and that will give it a considerable boost. All right. Whoop. Okay, put all that water on, and now 79. Oh, it's speeding up quite a bit. So it's 79 right now. I think in theory 88 is the max you can pull out, but I pretty much spin or power all pedals that are doable at the moment. This one below here, then we go all the way around. I think we can reach those here too. If we can probably squeeze a little bit more out of it. Wait a second. If we do this, aha. Okay, 86, 88, something like that. That should be the max we can pull out of that thing. But here we go. So now we have a maximum, pretty much maximum powered wheel. Pretty sure. I mean, we're getting all pedals here, right? Eventually, I don't know. Wait, let me try something here real quick. If that gets a little bit more out of it. 76. No, that lowered it. Okay, it was right how we did it. Okay, let's dig that out again. Whoop. Annoying water flows here, here, and here. And we need to update the water so it stays in there actually. It should work. 86. That is pretty good. 86 per tick. Free energy. And yeah, that is how you should set up the water to really pull something. Okay, let's remove that capacitor bank here for now. We know that it's working. Now we just need to see if we can actually directly pull from here with a tesseract. Then we would kind of try to hide a tesseract somewhere in there. This glass can go, and we can probably put a tesseract right on top there and try that out for different frequency. If not, we just need these cables and some output, but it looks like you can pull directly from it. If you can pull it into a capacitor bank, you should most likely be able to pull into a tesseract too. Alright, so this is the setup for a really powerful water wheel, and now it's time for some cosmetics. I'll get to it, look into some chiseled blocks and stuff, and see if we can make something cool here. Alright guys, so I've been building here a little bit, and encased our whole wheel, and you know, pimped it up with some leaves and all kinds of chiseled stones up here, made from those regular mossy stones. You can chisel them into pretty nice looking things. Let's have a quick peek. I mean, yeah, all kinds of variations. This, and then I also used the carpenter's chisel to just right and left click on these blocks to give it different textures. Turned out really well. I did a little change though. Remember, I had this one more water flow up in here, you know, to give the thing even more drive. I removed it though because there's water in there. It just made it a bit bulky and I couldn't hide it nicely. I wanted to have this bit of an open look for the water wheel for sure. So okay, we lose maybe 5 or whatever it was, RF particular. I think it was literally 5, but we got the rest there, and now I also managed to get the water updated properly, so it literally connects here nicely, and you know, you can barely see the sand down there. I think it looks pretty decent. Also, I added some glowstone dust in some of the elements up there, and I started to get some moss integrated into the tree here. Pretty much, you know, just use a carpenter's block, then replace the wood, and then stick some leaves on there. I did it here too, on these corners. You can only do it on straight surfaces, like here on top I have it too, there. But sadly it doesn't work on these wedges here, which would be awesome if you could have some leaf patches in there, which kind of would represent some moss, because it's wet down there, you know. Thing is a water wheel after all. I got some ivy from a swamp and placed that here. I'd assume it would grow, but it would only grow until here, I would say, because here we also, I don't know if you can see it properly, got some moss going on there. Yeah, then I made some covers and kind of hid the Tesseract. The Tesseract is here and it's connected. I checked it out, it works, it's sending energy over into our battery bank. And yeah, here's the dynamo. I also covered that a little bit, some more ivy on there. As of now, the stuff didn't grow yet, but if it behaves kind of similar than like vines, it would take a little bit. Before I had this different fence here, but I didn't like it, so I replaced it with yeah, treated wood fences that are pretty much the same color than our water wheel, or as our water wheel. Yeah, here I got some leaves going up. I wanted to do some more. I wanted to show you that cool trick. So pretty much right there, you break that out, then get your carpenter block, and then put the wood back in, and then you can nicely stick some leaves on there, you know, like that. And then you have the wood and the leaves, and it's just a layer and looks pretty decent. Here we can do it too. Maybe on the bottom there. Yeah, now there's the ivy stuff. I'm thinking it would grow though, but so far I placed it quite a while ago and it didn't grow yet. But I think it's like vines. If not, it would actually be really practical. You wouldn't have to take care of containing the growth of it too much. Question is, can I, like, let me try something here, some of that ivy. Can I? No. I'm pretty sure it would grow. 99% sure. Yeah, and in here I also have some ivy. This I placed by hand, and I wanted to get some moss action going here. So let's see if that actually, yeah, man, that is neat. And then also maybe some more leaves in here, actually, like real leaves here. So it's this whole, you know, water is splashing about and makes the moss here spread a little bit. If you look in here, it's just some nice little details. And yeah, I'm thinking that turned out pretty decently. I want to try out one thing. Can we do that effect with sand too? Like, let's say we break out these few sand here, then come back in with the carpenter blocks, it should work, right? Let's do this like that. Say here. And now we do carpenter blocks. We put some sand on top and then we do this. Oh yeah, that works. That's actually pretty neat. Okay, I want to do it here too. I already know it's gonna take me a long time to build things because I'm really paying attention to details, but I am hoping you appreciate that, guys, because in the end we will have something really neat looking. I'm literally out of leaves. Can't believe it. Can I stick that on here? No. Wow. Really have no leaves left? Wait, let me quickly get some more. Let's teleport back. Double check. Yep, no leaves. Okay. Burp. Old home base. Did I show you the singularity actually I'm working on here? I don't think so. Yeah, I have this thing here, a matter condenser, and it's hooked up to the cobblestone generator, and it's just running, doing its thing, and we pumped to 190,000 items in there. You need 256,000, and then you get singularities. You can use those to connect ME networks together, and I definitely want to do that in the future. Have some wireless ME connections that are really powerful. Send a bunch of channels through. So, alright, I think that should be enough leaves. Let's get back. Clay World of Justice, yeah. Nabris made this world where we can farm clay, and he said he's gonna have it up and running all of the time, so I can safely teleport there with this Charm of Dislocation, which is an awesome little gimmick. It's like the best thing ever. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. I'm liking it. Maybe we also do a little bit of leaf action in the water here around. Maybe get some lily pads to pimp it up a little bit more. Didn't I bring a bunch of lily pads? Let's see if I toss them in here. Ah yeah, I did. Okay, let's get a few. Those are normal ones that are not modified yet to spurt growth or anything. Let's put a few here. Yeah, that's pretty okay. Doesn't look like the ivy stuff is growing much though. Did it grow on the other side? Did I have it here? I think it was spreading. It should also grow down. I hope at least. Can there be ivy on the here? I wonder. No, it can't. Alright. To live with it. We also cannot. No, stick additional leaves on there. That also doesn't work. Okay. I want to add some more details here on the other side. So let's say we take this out. This. Whoop. Where's the sand? Sand, sand, and then we go like boom, boom. Yeah. Cool, man. I'm liking it. It's wirelessly connected to our energy system. The only little thing is, okay, you can see the Tesseract, you know, peeking out there a little bit. But I don't think that's too bad. I don't want this to spread all over there though, and it seems to spread sideways. I think it did spread here. So what we could do is we could also quickly say knock this out, and then we do another one of those, which will then not have connected textures, but in this case it is all fine because you will not see much of it anyways. Give the leaves on there. Maybe even have some on top here. This is really grown in. Yeah. Okay, neat. Some glowstone I added. I don't know if I told you that, but use some glowstone dust to make everything light up a bit more. And I think, wait, I wanna have one more here. It's just, I don't know, you know, there's no specific rule I follow here where to put stuff. It's just pure gut feeling where I think it might look cool. So let's replace that thing here. I don't know. Maybe I have to also limit myself and not become like excessive with the details. So we make some progress, but yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to make things look beautiful. And I think and efficient. So that's a good mix here, you know. It's almost perfectly efficient and it looks really neat. Sweet. Awesome. So now we have also kind of a theme for the tree, you know, we should stick with that theme a little bit if we set up the first balconies. I'm thinking right here would definitely be the first balcony of the tree. And in the end it would be some rustic, steampunky kind of mixture. Definitely want to have steam boilers going on as well when I'm talking about steampunk. Alright, so I'd say we wrap it up for today. Pretty content with what we did. Looking good. These clovers look cool too. I wonder if I could stick them on here. Can you get those? Let me quickly see. Obsessed with details. Where's my shears? I wonder if you... Oh yeah, we got some. Let me quickly try. They look a bit odd. But let's see. Can you? I don't think you can really stick them on here. Too bad. I think they only work on the grass. Well, in any case, guys, now we wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed the modded episode, and I see you soon with more. Thanks for all the support. See you later. Bye, guys.